My name is Kishore Ambakar. We are talking about today the mobile learning and the learning anywhere. Let me share my screen first. Jocelyn, can you give me the host access, please? Wonderful. Okay. Great. So what we are going to talk today is we're talking about the learning anywhere with Learnsoft. That how the learning has been evolved in the last couple of years. Obviously, COVID is one of the most integral part of the world which we are today, but how it is going to affect the learning side um, and indirectly attach to the talent side and the employee engagement side of it. So we are going to talk a little bit more about that. I'm also going to present you a small demo today about the app which Learnsoft just came out with. So let's go into the details. So what we are learning, why mobile learning is so important. And I'm sure you guys know, mobile side in the LMS and the TMS, it took a little time. And the main reason why it tried to took little time is because of all the different contents, historical content which was out there, which was not mobile ready. And we're going to talk about why that is important. Okay. And we're also going to talk about the LMS, which will help the learner to learn basically from anywhere. And I'm going to show you a small demonstration of that. Again, my name is Kishore Ambakar. I'm the co-founder of Learnsoft. And I'm being part of this HR and the learning and the talent space for last 17 years. Okay. So as you know, 80% of the workers today, the staff members, whether they're employee, non-employee, doesn't matter. They're not always on their desk. I know that we have some folks from the state agencies. We also have some folks in the attendee list from the healthcare. We know those workers are not always in front of the desk. The RNs, the clinical staff, they are actually on the floor. They are not in front of the computer. They're probably in front of their tablet. In the same way, the Department of Transportations, the corrections, the DNRs in the state, they're not always in front. The DOT, some of the folks are working on the freeways. We are not always in front of our laptop or our device, but we still want to train them. We still want to make sure that they are compliant. Nowadays, the world has changed so much that I'm bringing my phone, my iPad to the work. I don't have to always have to have my company laptop, and I can take certain courses from there. The world has changed. So 80% of the workers are currently not in front of the desk, and we still have to make sure that they are learning. Okay. 89% of the phones nowadays, you can download the app. And 50% of those are used for learning because we learn every time, right? As I said, I'm bringing my phone and my iPad to the work, and I can actually take a course. I can actually sit in the subway going to home, and I can finish my assessment. I can do that. So due to the change in the environment, now we have to make sure that there is not a fixed time that I'm learning. I'm always learning. And the tools are necessary now to make sure that it is available for the employees to make sure that they can learn anytime, right? And we have seen that the mobile learning actually increases the employee engagement. I can find answers on my phone pretty fast. I can search on certain things. I can do micro training on my phone. So I can only learn certain pieces and not this entire 2-hour course. I can do that. That is driving the learning and the LMS and the TMS side of it, right? As everybody know, the average person's attention span is only 8 seconds. Only 8 seconds that I can remember, right? So we have to make sure that the learners are engaged in that. We have to make sure that they are given those micro small learnings right on that time, so that they can capture that information and they can utilize that information to do their work, right? Every learning should have an impact, right? Not just for the organization, but also for an employee, that whatever I learned in certain courses, am I applying it to my job? That's the most important part, so that we can gauge certain things, that is the learning initiative really effective for my team. And it can be driven not just from the learning center or the CLOs or the director of learning, even the managers which deploy certain training. And I know most of the LMSs, including Learnsoft, they automatically send those assignment scheduler courses which most of you people are using. But even on the ad hoc basis, I want to send certain things which I can take at any time, and just to make sure that the employees are engaged. Okay, so that's the most important part about the each second. The next part is, how do we make sure that this happens, right? We have to make sure that it can be any time, anywhere. The most important part is the user experience. And I'm not just talking about the UI. Right from my login, right up till I log off, is the entire experience is engaging. Whether I'm running a course, whether I'm finding a course, whether I'm printing a transcript, what is the function why I came inside this application? And it doesn't matter whether it's a mobile or web. Is it achieving? It has to be friendly. It has to be giving me information which I might not even ask. It's right in front of us, right? It also saves the progress immediately, because everything is real time. It doesn't matter that I don't have to wait to launch a course on my mobile device. If I complete my course maybe in 3 slides and I come out and I go on the web, it should retain me to my 3rd slide. It should remember all that. That's what we wanted to achieve. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the mobile demo, what Learnsoft has done. Now, as you already know that Learnsoft had a very powerful web application, and it was created with the help of all our partners, all the learning experts. Now we have taken that wealth of knowledge what we capture on the web, and we have transferred that to the mobile device. Okay, I'm going to log in from my mobile. I'm going to share my mobile screen now, so that you can, let me stop this one, and I'm going to share my mobile screen. Right. Wonderful. So what we have done, and you guys know that the current web application is what we call as a mobile friendly. When I say mobile friendly, means it can be launched on any mobile device. And that was there in place for so many years, but we have changed it now. We have created a true native mobile app. Okay, and I'm going to show you that app right now, what you see it on the screen. So typically what happens is, every organization will have their own app. And as an end user, I have to download that app. Now, if I'm an iOS user, that means I use iPhones and iPads, I will go to the App Store and I search for Learnsoft, and I will download that app on my mobile device. If I'm an Android user, I can go in Google Play, I can search for Learnsoft, and I can download that app on my Android device, right? Now that app is sitting on my device, just exactly what I'm showing you right now. It is sitting on my phone. Once I download the app, it shows me this Learnsoft screen. My HR department, in the exact same way they have given you the access for the web version of an LMS, they have to give you the access for the mobile version. So what I will do is I have to go to the organization here and I have to register an organization. So if I am sitting with the state of Iowa, or I'm sitting with the state of Kansas, or the state of Missouri, or maybe I'm in Northwell or Franciscan Alliance, they will give me an organization code. This is my sample app. So Centerline is the organization. They have given me the code, which is Centerline app. Once I register that on my phone, that means I belong to Centerline organization. So in the state of Iowa, if you get, let's say they have given you a code, which is called as Iowa LMS app. You need to type that in, and then you will be attached to the LMS of state of Iowa. Now there are two options here. The one is I can log in using the username and password, and the second one is the single sign-on. If your organization is already using a single sign-on, this app will automatically know those information, and you have to click on that SSO login, and you will be taken to your IDP page, which we call as an authentication page for your organization. It will validate you there, and it will bring you back to the app exactly in the same way what you are currently doing with your web application. It takes you to this common place for authentication, and it comes back once you authenticate, and it will log you inside the learning management system. So it has the single sign-on option. But for this demo's sake, I am going to type in my username and password. So I'm going to log in inside as one user, which is an end user, and I want to see what does it tell me? How does it look? Right? So I'm going to log in here. I'm typing the username and password, and I'm going to log in into the system. In the same way, when you log in into the web application, the first thing it tries to tell you the information about who you are, and somewhere you see that green thumbs up or a stop sign. It tells you here exactly the same thing, because it has to match with what your web application is doing, because it is the same thing. Only thing is I'm launching it from my mobile device using a native app. So it tells me whether I'm up to date, or maybe there are some items needs my attention. That's exactly what it shows in the web also, right? It also gives me all the different numbers here. You see all the different numbers: upcoming courses, completed courses, certifications, assignments, total number of hours. Exactly what you see there. It is matching. So I don't have to be trained again on the mobile, how to use the mobile app. It's the same thing, right? I can also see on the top all my upcoming courses which are kind of past due or coming soon, like a slider, right? I can also go inside the detail of, let's say, upcoming courses. I can see ILT based upcoming courses. I can say online based upcoming courses. Let me click on online upcoming courses. It will give me all the courses which are in my list. Exactly what you see when you log in into the overview page of the web app. It will give you all the different courses which are there. Oh, there is a nice 2022 corporate compliance course. Let me click on the launch button.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Northwell's mandatory compliance training. We all share the same mission: to improve the health and quality of life for the people and communities we serve. To accomplish this, we never settle. We continually raise the bar, staying.
Right from that launch button, I can launch the course. Same way. Now, obviously, the course needs to be mobile ready, the content to be mobile ready to actually fire and take those courses, right? These are all different type of courses. These are online courses, instructor-led courses, which are assigned to me, right? I can actually click on one more here, which is a fire life safety module. Let's click on the launch button.
Fire safety is everyone's responsibility, and all team members must participate in fire drills. Please keep these guidelines in mind. In the discovery of smoke and/or fire, utilize the RACE procedure. In the RACE procedure, the R in the acronym stands for.
So this was the second course which was there. And again, all these courses can be SCORM and AICC compliant. That means whatever I'm doing here and I left it in the app and I go on the web application, it will take me to the place where I left. It will remember. Let's take one more here, which is a basic stroke snapshot. Let's see what does it look like. This is not maybe a video. This is maybe a slide base. But you know what? It has an assessment to it. I can actually take this assessment right here. That's the right question. I answered right. Maybe I'm sitting in the subway and I'm start taking this course while going home, or I take the assessment, or I take an evaluation, or maybe I read an attachment right from my mobile device. I can do that now, right? So this is similar to what you see as a course listing. I can actually go into the ILT based course. It will give me all the ILT. You see the conference icon? As you know, we are integrated with the Zooms of the worlds and the Teams of the worlds. I can launch the conference related course right from my mobile device. I can actually go inside the more information, and it will show me all the information which is related to that course. The student info, the authorization info, the session info, the available instructor info, the same thing what you see in the web view, but now everything is in the mobile view. I can actually go into the calendar. Where is the calendar option? Calendar view. And I can actually see the entire calendar. Same thing what you see on the right hand side, the calendar. It is matching what is there with the web. So you don't have to train me again, right? If I want, I can actually click on print transcript and it will give me my entire transcript, real time. I can actually download that transcript and I can email it to myself right from my mobile device, right? I can also go in the search page and I can search for any course. It does the similar thing what it is currently doing in the web app. It will only give you the courses which are related to you. So if I'm working on the freeway in the DOT, it will only relate it and give me the courses which are related to me. If I'm in accounting, it will only give me the accounting. It will try to get the same information. I can click on the detail button. It will give me all the detailed information about that course. And I can click on the self enroll and it will enroll me. It will send me an email, because if it's an ILT, it will send me with the email with iCal so that I can store it in my Outlook calendar. So the functionality of the web base, whatever we learned there, we took the same thing on the mobile device. I can actually also go inside my profile. I can click on the profile. It will give me all the information about my profile here. I can go into groups. It will tell me all the different groups which I belong to. Now in this sample user, I belong to 4 different standard users. I can go into the detail of that. Is this my primary division? Is this my primary position? What is the cost center I'm attached to? It will also give me all my enrollments. It will give me all my assignments, all my certifications. So the profile tab, what you see on the web, is carry forward here also. I can see all my assignments here. I can tap in. This assignment is consist of 2 different courses. It will give me that detail. It also gives me the certifications. This certificate might be consist of 1, 2, 3, 4 courses. Which one I passed, which one I completed, what was the total credit, and when does it expire? So the profile also is matching and giving you the same information. Now I'm showing you this as an end user. There is an entire manager view, which is part of the system, which will slowly come out. But as a phase one, we are going to get into the end user. I can also go inside my completed courses, and it will give me all the completions which are there. If there are any certificates which are related to those completions, I can print those exactly in the same way I printed my transcript. Doesn't have to be on the web. I can do it here on the mobile device also. So every end user feature, which is your 98% of your user base, can download the app free of cost from the App Store or the Google Play. Your learning department or your IT is going to give them a code so that they can enter the code and register your company. And once your company is registered, authentication works exactly the same. If you're using the username and password on the web, you will utilize the same. If you're using a single sign-on on the web, this will utilize the same. Basically, what we are doing is we are allowing the end users to learn anywhere. That's the goal. And this is not just the mobile friendly. This is the actual native mobile app, which complements the learning features which we already have on the web. That strong feature base comes out from the web to the mobile. I'm going to stop this presentation. Let's go back to our slide. Jocelyn, yeah, wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so we just saw the mobile side of it, the demo. So what we are learning here? First thing, why this mobile? And the most important reason is we want to make sure that the learners can learn anywhere, because the world has changed. I'm not always in front of my desk, but I still have to go through the new hire orientation. I still have to go through my compliance training. I still have to go through during my performance reviews, all the trainings, and any job related trainings or any elective based training, because I just want to learn. And that is the most important goal for the organization and the learning development team. And the reason why we are doing it, because we want our LMS to allow that feature. Okay. Any questions you have? We are going to open for questions right now. But if you want to schedule and have more information, please email us at info@learnsoft.com. Also, you can talk to your project managers, and they can give more details about the application. I'm going to open my video so that we can answer some questions here. I'm going to open the Q&A section, and this is coming from Samantha. Is the app only available for those within an organization login? No, it is not. Right now, your LMS is serving whichever type of user. And I'm believing, Samantha, you're from the Iowa. If your folks, which does the mandatory annual mandatory training, which is reporter training, and they are not part of the organization, they are external users, they can still utilize the app. But they have to be, your team have to give them a code so that they can log into the Iowa's LMS. Okay. The second question comes here. Does the content handshake between the mobile and web? That's the beauty of this. That means it is not two different systems. It is the same system. It's only telling you it allows you to access through your mobile device or your web device or web laptop or computer. But at the end, you're doing the same thing. So the handshaking is very strong. As I said, if you left the course half the way and come back on the mobile, it will take you to the place where you left. Again, one more question from Samantha. Do the course themselves need to be set up in a certain way so that they are mobile friendly? Typically, what happens when you create a course, whether you create in Captivate or Articulate or Toolbook or Easy Studio, doesn't matter, right? Once you export that as a SCOM, during exporting it to the SCOM and AICC, you have an option there which says, do you want this to be launched on the mobile device too, so that all the screens are getting compatible for this small device. So you don't have to do anything separate unless there are certain things inside the content which are not mobile ready. Like for example, and I'm guessing nobody is using that now, it's been stopped for almost a year, that if you're using a flash, it will not launch on the mobile device, right? So there are certain technologies on your content side, if they are not compatible, then those courses will not launch. But other than that, you don't have to do anything special. Like the courses which I showed you from Northwell, those are exactly the same courses which the people launch on the desktop. The next question, does the authentication work similar between the mobile and web? Absolutely. Single sign-on, same single sign-on. It will also do the username and password, the same thing, because as I said, the system is the same, only the way of accessing it is one more option now, which is mobile. One more question. Is the mobile compatible with the SCOM AICC, LTI, or others? Yes, it is compatible. Whether the WBT, which is a web-based training type, is it a SCOM? Is it a multi-SCOM? Is it an AICC? Is it an LTI? Is it an acknowledgement only? Is it an assessment only? All those types which you see when you create a course, those are all compatible. You can launch that on a mobile device. Any other questions? As Learnsoft, we are always here to answer your questions. Please send us at info@learnsoft.com or contact your project managers and we will answer those questions. The mobile app is currently available on the App Store, and pretty soon you will see that on the Google Play also. I hope you enjoyed this short demo and some information about learning anywhere from Learnsoft. Again, thank you for spending some time with me today. Enjoy.